Right, so I want to share some few thoughts with you here today as I look at something here on my iPad. One of the things I do as a trainer of business leaders is giving assignments and also doing performance evaluation tests with the students, and that enables me to really assess the students to identify whether what we are teaching and what we are doing is actually yielding any fruit, and whether they are really getting what they are supposed to get, and most importantly, whether they are actually studying as they are to study for the examination. And so I spend a lot of time to go through the assignments and mark the assignments, send it back to them, give various comments about it, and also spend time to mark our performance evaluation test, because it's something that I take very seriously as part of our training program here at the Nhyira Premium organizations. But one thing that cut across all the time is that students are not, students have a certain mindset over the years I've known, and it's the reason why they fail the exams. And I want to share this with you as well so you can pick something out of it, because of the fact that, you know, on the average, students are always waiting for the exams. They are like, oh, when the exams is there, it is due the day of the exams, we will go and write the exams, and hopefully, one of the dumbest statements that I hear students make, hopefully I will pass the exams. And you realize that 9 out of 10 or 8 out of 10 students go into the exam hall and they fail the exams. And you ask yourself, why do they fail the exams? And it bounces back to the problem that they went through as they are preparing for the exams. For instance, here we give assignments a lot, and performance evaluation test is also something we do on a regular basis. But there are a few occasions where assignments are given and you have only about 15 to 20% of students actually doing the assignment. So you have about 40 students in class, or 49, 50 students in class. Then you give an assignment and probably about 10 students send their solution, or about 8 students send their solution. If they are excited about it, then it will be like 15 or 20 students once in a while sending the solution. If we decide that today is the day we will do a performance evaluation test, I mean, students freak out. They wouldn't even join the class or come to class in that case. Or better still, if they join the meeting and realize that there's a test going on, then they better recline, go back and go do something else. And the only excuse that students justify is, oh, Nhyira, I'm busy, Nhyira, my wife, Nhyira, my children, Nhyira, my work, Nhyira, I don't get back home early, Nhyira this, Nhyira that, and all excuses that don't make sense to me. You see, you have to understand that if you want to position yourself strategically to pass the exams, if you don't want to go through the emotional trauma and the pain of failing the exams and having to rewrite the exams over and over again, and even abandoning the vision, because I've had a lot of students who, they are doing the ICA, then they stop and they are like, I'm gonna do my masters, come and take an exemption, then I continue. They go do their masters, come take an exemption, then in the level 3 they still fail the exams and write and write and write and write over and over again. Because you cannot run away from the fact that you need to put in the work, you need to put in the effort, you need to put in a lot of sacrifices in order for you to actually pass the examination. And I'm currently marking the script about a test we did yesterday, and it really breaks my heart, because you think you're doing a lot as a tuition provider. I mean, you have all the materials available for the students. I mean, you teach, you solve questions, you give assignments, you practice questions with students, and you keep on telling them, this is what you've got to do, if you are looking at questions, this is what you need to do if you are looking at question, but you keep on making the same errors and the same mistakes in that case. And the fun part is this is the fun part. The fun part is that, like I said, you have 50 students in class and you do a test and you receive scripts from 10 students. And other students will be like, oh, I didn't prepare for the exams. Oh, I didn't know there was an exams. I didn't know there was a test. Oh, Nhyira, I was busy throughout the week. Oh, Nhyira, I couldn't even study for the exams. And all manner of other excuses. And so from the onset, you're able to determine that, okay, you will have this number of students on the average passing the exams. And you have to understand that the onus lies on you. Because with our students, like, and I send them a test on our WhatsApp page this morning. Maybe I just gotta read it with you so that you realize what I'm trying to say here. So this is the message I sent to them after I finished marking the scripts, and just left with 1 or 2 to go, and the things ran across. I said, hello, management accounting students. I must say this, as I always say, if you are doing management accounting, please be extra serious about what you study and pay attention to the questions as you read. I am really not comfortable with the performance evaluation test you did yesterday, or we did yesterday. The performance is far below anything acceptable. Please do whatever you must legitimately to pass this paper. To those who don't take part in anything, assignments or performance evaluation tests, all I will say is continue lying to yourself. A word to a wise is necessary to make her successful. Thank you, Nhyira Premium. Because it's really something that dawns on me, and you are like, I mean, why should that happen? Why should that be the case? Because these are people who purportedly pay for class. These are people who are registering for the exams, but their mind is on the exams. It is like Cristiano Ronaldo or Lionel Messi sleeping, not doing anything, then on the match day gets up and say, yo, because I'm Ronaldo, I'm Messi, step on the field and thinks he will win the match. It doesn't happen that way. You've got to train, sometimes hours, sometimes weeks, sometimes days. You need to practice, listen to the coach, listen to what the techniques that we gotta play, look at your opponents, what are the areas of challenges, and that categorize, or that also affects all other aspects of life. So what am I saying here? The performance evaluation tests, the assignments are your training ground. That is how you know if you are studying or you are not studying. So, if you are preparing for the ICAG examination or whatever examination it is, and you keep on giving yourself excuses, all I want you to know is this. Stop the excuses, because the excuses will never make you successful. So stop the excuses and start putting in the work, putting in the effort, and putting in the sacrifice. Because if not, you'll be lying to yourself, thinking that you're a good student, thinking that you are brilliant, only for you to realize that you are not anything and you don't have anything in your head. So that is just a word that I want to share with you today, to let you know that you've got to put in the work and you've got to put in the effort. Continue to work and make sure you stay connected on our YouTube channel at Nhyira Premium. See ya.